Welcome, friends. A rainy evening. An old Toyota car stops outside a supermarket. Raindrops slide down its windows, reflecting the dim city lights. The door creaks open and a weary young mother steps out, holding her little daughter in her arms. Her coat is worn, her eyes tired, yet they shine with a quiet strength born out of love for her child. Inside the supermarket, she carefully picks a few items: a bottle of milk, some bananas, and a small cupcake. Her little girl clutches the cupcake tightly, a single candle flickering on top. It is her birthday. For the child, this cupcake is a dream. For the mother, it is a promise that no matter how hard life gets, she will still find a way to bring a smile to her daughter's face. At the checkout counter, the mother begins to count her coins with trembling hands. Each coin clinks on the counter like the sound of her breaking heart. The cashier frowns. "I'm sorry, ma'am. It's not enough." The mother freezes. Her eyes fill with tears. The little girl looks up, her innocent voice breaking the silence. "Mommy, my birthday?" And the mother's lips tremble. She cannot answer. The candle flickers as if about to die. And then footsteps. A man steps forward from behind. He is tall, dressed in a dark overcoat and scarf, his gaze heavy with compassion. He is not just anyone, he is a millionaire CEO. In a calm yet firm voice, he says, "This child's happiness cannot be measured in coins. Today she will celebrate her birthday." The moment freezes in time. The mother's tears roll down, but this time they are tears of gratitude. The little girl's face lights up with hope, as if her tiny world has just been saved. Sometimes it takes just one kind heart to change everything. Friends, if this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our channel is called Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. The rain has finally stopped. Outside the supermarket, the mother slowly walks toward her old Toyota, holding her daughter's tiny hand. The headlights of passing cars blur through the wet glass, painting the world in streaks of light and sorrow. She opens the door, carefully placing her daughter on the worn-out back seat. The little girl hums softly, still clutching the small cupcake, its fragile candle like a flicker of hope in the darkness. The mother takes a driver's seat, her trembling hands resting on the steering wheel. The silence inside the car feels heavier than the storm outside. Just then, footsteps echo again. The millionaire CEO approaches, his coat swaying in the cool night breeze. The mother quickly lowers her head, embarrassed, as if her poverty is something to hide. She reaches for the car door. But before she can close it, his calm voice stops her. "Please, don't be afraid. I didn't come here to judge you. I came to tell you that you're not alone." Her eyes, filled with exhaustion and tears, slowly rise to meet his. For a moment, she says nothing. Her silence speaks louder than words. The little girl leans forward from the back seat and whispers with innocent joy, "Mommy, it's the birthday man." The CEO kneels down so he's at the child's eye level. His stern, businesslike face softens into the warmest smile. "Happy birthday, princess," he says gently. The girl beams, showing the brightest smile of the night. Turning to the mother, his voice deepens, filled with emotion. "Your daughter deserves more than a single candle in the dark. She deserves a sky full of stars. And you, ma'am, you deserve to know that even strangers can care." He takes a step back and gestures toward his sleek, shining car parked nearby. Its polished surface reflects the neon lights, a sharp contrast to the battered old Toyota standing in the rain-soaked lot. "Come with me," he says softly. "Let me give her the birthday she will never forget." The mother hesitates. Her heart pounds, fear, pride, and hope collide inside her. But the little girl, glowing with excitement, claps her hands and pleads, "Mommy, please, let's go." The mother looks at her old Toyota one last time. That car has carried all her struggles, her tears, and her endless fights for survival. Tonight, it feels like she is leaving behind not just a vehicle, but her pain, her past. With trembling courage, she takes her daughter's hand and steps out. The CEO opens the door to his car, welcoming them into a future that already feels brighter. The camera lingers on the two cars, one old and broken, one shining and powerful. Side by side, they tell a story of despair and hope, of endings and new beginnings. The engine roars to life, and together they drive into the night. For the first time in years, the mother dares to believe life can change. Friends, if this scene touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our channel is Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. A luxury car glides smoothly through the city streets. Inside, the little girl leans against the window, her breath fogging up the glass as she traces tiny shapes with her finger. The cupcake still rests carefully in her lap, as though it is the most precious treasure in the world. The mother sits silently, her hands folded tightly together. She keeps glancing at her daughter, then at the man driving. A storm of emotions brews inside her. Gratitude, confusion, fear. She whispers almost to herself, "I don't understand. Why would someone like you help someone like me?" The CEO doesn't take his eyes off the road. His voice is steady, but his words carry the weight of truth. "Because once, A long time ago, my mother was just like you. I grew up watching her fight the world with nothing but love. Tonight, when I saw you, I saw her again. The mother's eyes widen, tears falling freely now. For the first time, she feels seen not as a poor woman, but as a mother strong and worthy. The car pulls up in front of a warm, glowing restaurant. The sign above sparkles with golden lights. Inside, laughter and music spill into the night air. The CEO steps out, opens the door for the little girl, and takes her tiny hand. Tonight, he says with a smile, we celebrate properly. Inside the restaurant, waiters rush to set a table. A big cake arrives, covered in cream, glowing with candles. The little girl's eyes widen in disbelief. For me? She gasps. The CEO kneels beside her. For you. Because every child deserves to feel special on their birthday. The girl's laughter fills the room like sunshine breaking through clouds. The mother covers her mouth, overwhelmed, unable to stop crying. For her, this is more than a birthday. It is a miracle. As the girl blows out the candles, the CEO looks at the mother and says quietly, this is not the end of kindness. It's only the beginning. The camera pans out, the three of them sitting together, a broken family mended by a stranger's compassion. For the first time in a long time, hope glows brighter than despair. Friends, if this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our channel is called Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. A new home, a new life. The night has grown quiet. After the birthday celebration, the mother and her little girl step outside with the CEO. The city lights sparkle in the distance, but their hearts are glowing brighter. The CEO pauses for a moment, then says gently, I want to show you something. They drive once more, this time away from the crowded streets, toward a quieter neighborhood. Finally, the car slows down in front of a beautiful, warm-looking house. Its windows glow softly in the night like lanterns of hope. The mother looks confused. She clutches her daughter's hand tightly. We don't belong here, she whispers, her voice shaking. The CEO turns to her with a kind but firm expression. You belong here more than anyone. You and your daughter deserve a life without fear, without hunger. A place where love can breathe freely. He walks them to the front door. The little girl's eyes sparkle brighter than ever before. She whispers to her mother, Mommy, is this our castle? The mother kneels down, tears streaming down her face. She hugs her daughter tightly, unable to answer. Her silence is filled with gratitude, disbelief, and overwhelming joy. The CEO quietly places the house keys in the mother's trembling hands. This is your home now, he says softly. A place where your daughter can dream without limits, and where you can finally rest without worry. The mother collapses into tears, falling to her knees. Between sobs, she says, Sir, how can I ever repay you? He bends down, lifting her up gently, by never giving up again, by believing in yourself. The way I believe in you. The little girl runs through the front yard, laughing, chasing the fireflies that flicker in the night. For the first time, her laughter echoes inside the walls of a real home. The camera pulls back, showing the small family standing at the doorway, framed by light with the CEO beside them. It feels like the beginning of a story no one will ever forget. Sometimes miracles don't come from heaven. They come from the kindness of one human heart. Friends, if this scene touched your soul, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our channel is Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. Scene 5. The Epilogue of Kindness. Morning breaks. Golden sunlight streams through the windows of the new home. The little girl, once hungry and hopeless, now runs barefoot across the living room floor, laughing as she chases her mother. The air is filled not with silence and sorrow, but with joy. The mother, dressed in fresh clothes given to her by kind neighbors, stands by the window holding a cup of tea. For the first time in years, she breathes without fear. Her eyes glisten with peace. Outside, the old Toyota sits parked on the curb, a silent witness of her struggles. It will always be a reminder of where she came from. But now, standing in the driveway, is a symbol of her new life, not the CEO's luxury car, but something greater, the gift of dignity and hope. The CEO visits often, not as a stranger anymore, but as family. On this morning, he kneels to tie the little girl's shoelaces before school. She throws her arms around him and says, You're like the daddy I always wished for. His eyes soften, and for a moment he cannot speak. The mother watches, tears sliding down her cheeks, but this time, they are tears of healing, not of pain. The camera rises slowly, capturing the small home, the child's laughter and the warmth between them. A narrator's voice lingers as the scene fades to light. Sometimes the greatest miracles are not found in riches or success, but in the simple act of kindness that changes someone's world forever. Friends, if this story touched your heart and gave you hope, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You are part of this journey too. Every act of kindness matters. Our channel is Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends, and Power of Kindness. Evening falls. The last rays of the sun bathe the sky in golden light. Outside the little home, the young girl is playing, her laughter filling the air. Once her smile was buried under hunger and sorrow, but tonight, it shines freely, brighter than ever before. At the doorway, her mother stands silently, eyes glistening, hands folded close to her heart. She watches her daughter with tears of peace, whispering softly, "God, if this was once a dream, you sent an angel to turn it into reality." The CEO walks slowly into the yard, his presence calm yet warm. The little girl runs to him, leaping into his arms. With innocent eyes, she asks, "Uncle, you won't leave us now, right?" His eyes glimmer with emotion. He holds her close and answers in a gentle voice, "I promise, sweetheart, you will never be alone again." The mother's tears fall freely, tears not of despair, but of gratitude. In that moment, she realizes sometimes God answers prayers not through miracles from the sky, but through the kindness of another human heart. The camera rises slowly, capturing the three of them together, the broken family now whole again, standing beneath one roof at the beginning of a new life. Behind them, the sun sets completely. Yet in their hearts, a new dawn has already begun. A narrator's voice closes the story. Remember, the power of one act of kindness can change not just a life, but generations. In the end, the greatest wealth is not money. It is compassion. Friends, if this ending touched your soul, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our channel is Soul of Kindness.